Long ago, in Greek and Roman mythology, there existed a fearsome group of beings known as the giants or gigantes. These creatures were unlike any others, known for their incredible strength and feared for their aggression. Despite not being overly large in size, the giants were a force to be reckoned with. They became famous for their battle against the Olympian gods, which was known as the Gigantomachy. It was a brutal, fierce fight, and while the giants ultimately lost, they put up a valiant fight. The giants were said to have been born from the earth goddess, Gaia, and were considered the offspring of the Titans. According to legendary Greek poet Hesiod, the giants were formed from the droplets of blood that fell from the Titan god Uranus after he was castrated by his own son, Cronus. In early depictions, the giants were portrayed as human-sized hoplites, entirely human in form. However, later representations notoriously depicted them with snakes for legs, emanating fearsome energy and power. The giants were often confused with other opponents of the Olympians, namely the Titans, who were an earlier generation of powerful creatures also born to Gaia and Uranus. In legend, the giants were said to be buried under volcanoes, and it was believed that volcanic eruptions and earthquakes were caused by their restless, defeated souls. Giants may no longer exist today, but their legacy lives on in many geological formations across the world, signifying their presence even in death. Long ago, many believed that the gigantes were the offspring of Gaia, the personification of the earth. According to Hesiod's Theogony, Uranus, Gaia's mate, trapped their children inside of her, causing her great pain. To stop the pain, Gaia gave Cronus, her youngest Titan son, a sickle of adamant to castrate Uranus. As the seasons changed, drops of bloody birthed the gigantes. Additionally, Apollodorus said the gigantes were born because of Gaia's frustration with the Titans. Homer and Hesiod's mentions of the gigantes were brief and unclear. Homer described the giants as ancestors of the Phaeacians, a human race met by Odysseus. The Phaeacians' ruler, Alcinous, said the giants were near kin to the gods. Bacchylides, a 6th to 5th century BC lyric poet, referred to the gigantes as sons of the earth. Eventually, the giants became widely known as Gegenis. Despite their unclear origins, the gigantes remained a captivating part of Greek mythology. Their stories grew and changed over time, just like the shifting seasons that brought them into the world. Long ago, when the world was still being formed, there were two primordial deities, Gaia and Uranus. Together, they gave birth to the giants, massive creatures with incredible strength. At the dawn of time, the giants roamed the earth, causing chaos and destruction. Some believed that the giants were the same as the Titans, the powerful beings who had preceded them in the mythology. This confusion was often perpetuated by Hellenistic and later writers who intermingled the stories of the two races and their conflicts with the Greek gods. The conflation between the giants and Titans extended to other creatures as well, such as the monster Typhon, created by Gaia and Tartarus, and the massive, fearful Attis and Ephialtes, who had piled Mount Pelion upon Mount Ossa. Some ancient writers even included the names of Titans in their lists of giants. The hundred-handers, who were not giants, were also sometimes confused with them. Ovid, a Roman poet, mistakenly believed that they had 100 arms. Additionally, Aegeon, a significant Titan, was also sometimes credited with causing earthquakes, a common attribute of the giants. This confusion of mythological beings demonstrates how the ideas and stories of ancient myths developed and changed over time. Each writer, listener, and storyteller added their own flavor, bringing to life a tapestry of experiences and tales that have woven themselves into our world's culture and history. Once upon a time, in a land of giants, there lived a kind-hearted giant king named Eurymedon. Despite his good nature, the people of his kingdom were known for being insolent and froward. They were characterized as having excessive strength and indulgent behaviors, much like other giants from early sources. Pindar, in particular, spoke of the giant Porphyrion's violent nature that was beyond measure. Bacchylides described the giants as arrogant and ultimately destroyed by their own hubris. Even the poet Alcman used the giants as a symbol of excessive pride. Compared to the Laestrygonians, who were similarly strong and larger than life, the giants were depicted as monstrous and even more gigantic. In some descriptions, they had long hair and beards, scaly feet, and a frightening appearance. Ovid portrayed them as serpent-footed with 100 arms, while Nonnus referred to them as serpent-haired. Despite their terrifying appearance, Eurymedon remained a compassionate ruler. He tried his best to teach his people to be less prideful and more humble. He emphasized the importance of kindness, love, and mercy. In time, his teachings resonated with the giants, and they learned to temper their excesses and live in harmony with each other. From that day on, Eurymedon was remembered not only for his great-heartedness but also for his ability to bring out the best in his people. His kingdom became a place of peace, love, and joy, and the giants who once caused chaos became known for their strength, kindness, and humility.
Do you want to explore more Greek mythology stories? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.